Hello students, our today's topic is related with action of salivary amylase on starch. So for this we have a little knowledge, we must have little knowledge about salivary amylase, salivary gland. As you know, salivary glands present in the mouth cavity. It secretes saliva. Saliva contains mucin, which make it lubricate the food, and a starch digesting enzyme, that is salivary amylase. Salivary amylase acts on starch, which is a polysaccharide, and changes it into simple sugar. The enzyme is most active at temperature 37 degrees centigrade. Its pH value is 6.8. When iodine solution, which is yellowish in color, is added to starch solution, which is white in color, then starch solution it turns to bluish black. This experiment I have already shown to you in the lab. Iodine does not react with simple sugar, hence remains yellow. If saliva is added in the blue black solution, the enzyme salivary amylase present in saliva, it breaks down starch, and the color of the solution changes from blue black to reddish brown, and then to its original yellowish color. The complete breakdown of starch into simple sugar can be tested by adding Bendix solution also. So our today's topic is, the aim of the experiment is to study the action of salivary amylase on starch. So for this, the things which we require, that is test tubes. As you can see, I have number of test tubes, then test tube stand, after that beaker, funnel, you can see cotton is there. Then we need water bath to maintain the temperature 37 degrees centigrade. Spirit lamp. So for this I have done this arrangement. You can see here, this is beaker, spirit lamp, and I have heat the water, and when it temperature becomes equivalent to 40 degrees centigrade, then I leave it for few minutes, and then I put two tubes, experimental tubes, and this normal tube, both the tubes in it. So spirit lamp, measuring cylinder, starch, powder is there. I have made its solution. Starch solution is there. Sodium chloride, distilled water iodine solution. Iodine solution is there. All these things. In order to perform the experiment, we need 1% starch solution, 1% sodium chloride solution, and saliva. So to perform the experiment, in order to make 1% starch solution, I have taken 10 ml of distilled water, and I have added 1 gram soluble starch. Then I make its thick paste, and in that I added 90 ml of water, and then boil it, and then kept it for a night, and then next day I filter it. Then I got the starch solution. So you can see this starch solution, it is already prepared. After that, 1% sodium chloride solution. For this I have taken 1 gram of sodium chloride and 100 ml of distilled water. And from that I have taken the required amount for the experiment. Now students, after this we have to prepare the solution of salivary amylase. So for that I have chewing gum. So instead of that I have taken this green chili, and from that I have the saliva which is secreted, that I have collected in a test tube, and from that I have taken 1 ml of saliva and 19 ml of distilled water. So we got its solution in the ratio of 1:20. So this is the solution of salivary amylase. Now after this we need to prepare 2 types of tubes, that is experimental tube and control tube. So in this arrangement you can see this is the water whose temperature is about 37 degrees centigrade. Then I have taken 2 tubes here. This one is the control tube and this one is the experimental tube. In control tube I have taken 1 ml of sodium chloride, 5 ml starch and 1 ml water. In experimental tube I have taken 1 ml sodium chloride, 5 ml starch solution and then 1 ml enzyme solution which contains salivary amylase. It is already put in this beaker containing water, temperature about 37 degrees centigrade. Now in both of the tubes we will put few drops of solution from both the tubes. 1 drop of solution in this tube which contains iodine solution, 1 ml iodine solution, and at the same time I will put 1 ml of the solution from control tube. It is seen that when the solution from control tube and experimental tube, it put in the test tubes containing iodine solution. Then it is seen that after some time, the control tube, it shows that iodine solution turns into bluish black color, and continuously it will show the same color as there is no enzyme in control tube. But the experimental tube, in the initial time it will turn bluish black, but later on it will start turning the color, and at last it will show the color of the iodine only. This shows that the saliva which was present in the experimental tube, it has converted or consumed whole of the starch solution into simple sugar. So this is what we are going to test. So let us see. From this experimental tube I am putting few drops of solution in, and you can see its color, it becomes, it has changed the color, it becomes bluish black. And at the same time I am going to put the few drops from the experimental tube. Here you can see it had started changing the color. You can compare the color of both of it. It has turned to bluish black and it has started converting its color. So we will do continuously just after 2 minutes, from at a time interval of 2 minutes, from both the tubes, from experimental tube and from control tube. Then a time will come when the experimental tube, it will show no change in the color. That is, the enzyme has digested whole of the starch and now it has stopped changing the color. As you know, starch, when it is treated with iodine solution, it changes its color and it becomes bluish black. But since it contains, this starch solution contains enzyme also, so enzyme is continuously converting the starch into simple sugar, and a time will come when it will stop showing the change in color, means whole of the starch is turned into simple sugar. But in this case, every time you will see that the color of the solution, it turns to bluish black. We will note down the time when the, again you can see to change the color, and if I am putting it here, then here you can see it is gradually digesting the starch and converting it into maltose sugar. So the time at which the salivary amylase completely convert the starch into sugar and it stops turning the color, that will be the achromic point. So we will note, we will note down that time, and that time will be the achromic point. In your practical record, there is a table that is time in minutes and reaction with experimental tube and control tube. In control tube, you will write all the observations, that is from 0 minute, 2 minute, 4 minute, 6 minute, 8 minute, 10 minute, all the observations that it show blue color, blue color, blue color in control tube. But in experimental tube, in the initial time, it will show blue color. In second time, again it is showing blue color. After 6 minutes, you will see that it has started changing the color, and a time will come, let it be after 8 minutes, it shows no change in color. So when it shows no change in color, then this is the achromic point, or you can say the end point. So you have to note down the achromic point, and you have to write down it in your observation table. So this is the observation which you had to note down.